I blame J. Cole for Lil Pump.
Started out like on some fun shit, so I had to realize that for myself, and then like actually spend time with the music. I spent time with your music. Like I'm going to pick up food, and I'm playing your little EP, and like damn, this shit hard. Like these songs short, you know what I mean? Funny ass lines. Your mama still live in a tent, like. Like I'm laughing in the car, like yo, this dude is funny, like you know, like it ain't nothing like what I grew up on, and like and even what I make and what I like what I prefer, but it's like what I'm gonna do? Be scared of this? Like deny this? Deny you were like expressing yourself however the you want to do that, you know what I mean? Like, so over time, I started to realize, like, yo, I'm tripping, like, and I'm resisting. I'm resisting this shit.
J. Cole, I heard you walked out the club when they started playing my songs. Yo, you're a fucking bitch ass nigga, I swear to God. Yo, how do you walk out of a club just because they start playing Lil Pump songs? Did you forget that you in Miami? You in my fucking city, boy. You are in my city. Did you forget? Nigga, you was a hoe. I'll spit in your face. And now I know you in Miami. If I catch you, it's on sight. Yo, how do I make J. Cole walk out of club without me even being there? Yo, you are an embarrassment to rap music, bro. Listen, you are a fucking clown. Like, they play Gucci Gang, I Love It, and all that shit, and you got mad? Huh, it's my city, boy. Now, get your ass on.
What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership, and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen, before we get started, I need you to go down in my description, hit that Temu link. Show your boy some love. I blame J. Cole for this. And before you say anything, I'm going to get on Gazzy, Garcia, Mr. Lil Pump. But I want to get on J. Cole for this one because you had him, dog. And before you start getting in my comments talking about J. Cole, hey, this is not J. Cole. Hey, this is just pure facts. You had him. you had him sized up. You read him like a book. You told everybody exactly what it was going to be. 1, 2, 3. All of us hip-hop heads knew exactly what was going to happen to Lil Pump. You knew exactly what was going to happen to Lil Pump. And you knew you couldn't trust Lil Pump. And therefore, everything you said about Lil Pump was 100% right and exact. But what you do, how my man Dennis Green of the, what was he playing? He was the coach of the Cardinals at the time, I believe. We let him off the hook. You let him off the hook. You sat down with him. You did that absolutely cringe interview sitting down with one of the, it's an awful human being. Lil Pump is an awful human being, no matter what his age is. He's that little kid that you wish you could just grab his little ass and throw his ass off some type of bridge or something. Just gonna be honest. He's just a fucking troll. But for some reason, J. Cole had him where he wanted him. We had him out of here. Hip-hop was waiting for somebody to get him out of here. He was only 17 years old at the time, and hip-hop was sick of him already. I didn't give two shits, but at the end of the day, what had happened was J. Cole wrote exactly what everybody was thinking. You're not going to be around for a while. And instead of sticking to that, we got Cole sitting on the couch doing an interview trying to play nicey-nicey. And gang, I got a lot of ways I'm going to go with this, but I want to talk about that first. Lil Pump is awful. Lil Pump might be, he might be worse than Tekashi, because at least Tekashi shit sometimes makes sense, right? Lil Pump make no sense, no rhyme or reason. Lil Pump is that kid you cannot trust. You can't trust him with your lunch money. You can't trust him with your book bag. Can't trust him with your homework. Can't trust him with your girl. Can't trust him with nothing. This guy's a slime ball. But I blame J. Cole for him getting another breath at life, because he sat down with him and tried to understand. He tried to figure him out and sat down and gave him all this time in the spotlight, where people started being like, you know what? Old heads actually should open up. They should try to reach out to the youngsters and be good with them and understand them. Gang, listen, when I was young, them old heads didn't give a fuck what us youngers was doing on the corner, and they shouldn't have. And now you see why. Because when you give them some grace, they don't return it. Let's just be honest. Lil Pump is not returning the grace, and I was always confused as to why J. Cole gave him so much grace. You could always tell he's going to flip on him again, and he flipped on him again earlier this year. Flipped on him. And then he flipped on him now about he left a club. First of all, how do you know he left a club because of your music? There's no proof of this. Maybe it is proof, maybe it isn't. End of the day, he can leave a club for whatever fucking reason he want. It ain't got shit to do with you or your music, but you made it about you and your music. Nobody's gonna leave a club because a song come on. Goofball. End of the day, whatever song they play, it had to be some shit that he already heard. So I'm going to go ahead and say J. Cole didn't leave the club because of your music. And if he did, who gives a fuck? End of the day, you sat down with him. You had a good old time conversation. This, that, and the third. Even back then, I felt that he was wasting his time. But you sat down with him. You played nicey. And it was absolute. He's sitting there talking about, I listened to your music. I started to understand you. Why? You're supposed to be a lyricist. And this is where people started to get this flip-flop mentality from J. Cole way back when. And we still there to this day, not standing on business. Everything we saw J. Cole do, here once again, we got this guy, Lil Pump, this awful troll, this freaking lizard. It's just disgusting kid. He ain't even no kid, 25. I say kid tongue in cheek, gang. I need y'all to understand. When I say kid because I'm twice as old as these motherfuckers. So end of the day, I can call him a kid, but he's not a fucking kid. He's a grown man. He's 25 years old. He been on the scene since 2017, 2016, some shit like that. Right? He was never good. The Gucci Gang song was catchy, okay? Nothing else. There was nothing else. It was a catchy song. I was like, oh shit. That's back when I was listening. I was letting motherfucking youngins in, right? I was a Ray Sherman. I used to love some Ray Sherman. You can't tell me shit about no flex zone, this, that, and the third, right? And I'm a lyricist, but I know when to play, and I know when it's just a party record. I know when a song is supposed to be a song, right? How Queen Pen say a party ain't a party, right? I know when it is a party and when it ain't a party. So end of the day, I can absorb. It's not about young and old. I can absorb good music with good beat, right? So end of the day, I can absorb good music with good beat. So Gucci Gang had a good beat, hook was whatever, but it's a 16, 17-year-old kid making a catchy song for 16, 17-year-old kids. So I didn't care. Is what I'm trying to say. But as it started to progress in this conversation about youth and old heads and how the game isn't changing or it is changing and the old heads don't want the youth in it, this, that, and the third, and we start trying to change what hip-hop actually was. They try to change hip-hop to what they were doing. They try to say, no, we're doing hip-hop. We're like, no, you're not. So that divide came out. Remember Corday came out with that song about old heads and why you're this, that, and the third. So it was a whole thing for a while. Let's be honest, for a straight, I mean, it's still there, but it got really, really heavy. That barbershop talk got really, really heavy for a good 3 years about why the old heads don't embrace the youngins and we ain't teaching them this, that, and the third. And I guess they blame us for Lil Yachty at this point. I guess Lil Yachty's our fault too. But at the end of the day, Cole came out with a record that everybody was thinking. He said what everybody was thinking. He said it out loud. Dude, your shit is paperweight and you're not going to be around. It's glossy and shiny, but that shit going to rub off real quick. You're not going to be around. Sure enough, this guy started to fall, but before he did, he made a whole lot of noise, called him a fucking jit and this, that, and the third, right? I want to read this timeline because at the end of the day, had Cole left, I think Pump career lasted even longer because Cole sat down with him and gave him the keys to stick around even longer, to get that little extra burst, to stay around a few years and had us trying to actually, you know what, we're going to give him a chance. All this bullshit. I blame you because now you're talking about you, your wife, and everything else. He done called you every single name in the book. He wouldn't even be here, right? This is my opinion about this situation. Cole gave this guy a breath of fresh air by sitting down with him. He made a lot of people start to kind of take him in and kind of figure out, okay, maybe Cole got a point. Maybe we should give no. Like I told you, the old heads on the corner, they didn't give two shits about you. Get out our business. We stay out our business. This is our business, and this is how shit gets murky. When you let these motherfucking trolls in who don't have no respect for the culture, and we're sitting here making excuses to keep them in here, this is what you get. Some disrespectful fucking Geico and shit, right? So Gecko, this is the Geico lizard, fucking Gecko guy. So end of the day, this little piece of this guy is the worst, but you can tell that he's one step above Lil Ak as a fucking rapper, right? Barely. I think Lil Ak might have more numbers than this guy, right? If he didn't have the Gucci Gang record, Pump would be Lil Ak, still trying to make it. So end of the day, we're looking at a guy who has he don't deserve a sit down with J. Cole. He don't deserve no grace. He don't deserve this culture. He was a kid that made a record. They threw all this money at him. Ha ha he. I gave him the system. He doesn't care about this culture at all. He has no allegiance, no loyalty to anyone or anybody. Right? Stood up there, put that MAGA hat on when he went broke and this, that, and the third. That's how he got his bounce back. He started running with that shit. Now he's running with these streamers and the streamers helped him out. right? I just did the video like whoever Sneeko is, he pissed off Kanye West. Well, whoever Sneeko is, he gave him a big bag of money and helped him get back on his feet. End of the day, these youngsters want to look out for each other. This guy don't deserve all this grace that he got from J. Cole. I want to have this conversation because end of the day, I feel like we got to stand on some shit when it comes to this. This ain't even about age right now. But it just happens that he was a youngster from the SoundCloud era that is a piece of shit. This guy trash. So he's going to sit here and talk about this man up and down who sat down with you, try to understand you. I didn't understand at the time. I'm like, why do you give a fuck? Why do you care what Lil Pump thinks? Your career going to be 15, 20 years longer than his. You're going in the Hall of Fame, gang. Like, no matter what you think about J. Cole's going in the Hall of Fame. I'm just going to be honest. If I can think of anybody like somebody that may possibly equate to what Lil Pump is going to be, first of all, he's never going in no rap Hall of Fame. He might be at best. I want to say if you watch football, I believe the receiver name was Freddie Mitchell, right? I believe he played for the Eagles or something, and he had a really crazy game one time. And that motherfucker talked so much shit. They was like, wow, bro, you're really full of yourself. You really haven't done much of nothing, right? If I'm not mistaken, that was this guy. That was his name. So this guy at best is Freddie Mitchell, right? At best. So end of the day, you had a hot game. You had a really good night, but he's not going in anybody's Hall of Fame. So for J. Cole to sit down with him and give him the grace to have the conversation, to me, it felt like pandering. And you're pandering to these kids because J. Cole is so smart. He realized, I got a fan base, but as I get older, I'm going to need to stay plugged in with these young kids. I can't have them mad at me in 10 years. As when they start to take over this culture and they start to see what it is, I can't have them mad at me. So I'm going to sit down and act like I'm fucking giving this guy a shot. What is a little 16, 17-year-old kid really going to tell a grown man? Like, come on, don't make no sense. But he sat down with him. I'm blaming you. Now he calling your wife Mr. Potato Head and all kind of shit. It's crazy because he don't have no respect. And most of these young guys like him don't have no respect. You just saw what happened with T.I., her son, and 50 Cent. Yeah, he said, your mom's dead. Like, these motherfucking kids don't care. They got different rules. So you sitting down with them trying to understand them, you playing yourself. Right? Look at Lil Yachty. I just call Lil Yachty a twit, and he is. He's a foolish and silly person. He ain't gonna learn nothing. He's acting like he's learned. I did my research, and the Sugar Hill Gang is trash. Like, it's silly shit. And we're giving these guys grace to come back year after year, shit on things. Lil Yachty told you from day one, I was never raised on hip hop. I didn't know nothing about hip hop. I wasn't listening to it. I wasn't told nothing about it. He told you that years ago, and we still. You can't let nobody in, but you can still keep them in when you keep bringing their name up, or you validate them by sitting down with them. You sat down with this guy and you validated him. You brought all your fans to him. You brought all your fans to him trying to be on some nice shit. Let me have this conversation. Let me tell people that don't know what happened. I typed it up. I Googled it, right? And it says, the Lil Pump, the history between J. Cole and Lil Pump. J. Cole and Lil Pump's history is a significant case study in the generational divide of hip-hop, evolving from a perceived diss to a collaborative mentorship. How that work out? How the mentorship between J. Cole and Lil Pump work out? Did it work? Is it Anakin and fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi? Did it fucking work? I think he is your Anakin. That motherfucker tried to kill your ass. End of the day, so guess what? You got to kill his ass. End of the day. Number one, the first thing first, the diss and the 1985 situation. The spark in 2007, Lil Pump previewed a track with the chorus F. J. Cole, which many saw as a representative shot from the SoundCloud rap generation against traditional lyricism. I don't know. Maybe you in the comments could tell me why Lil Pump did an F. J. Cole. Was it just out of nowhere? I think he's such a troll. If I remember correctly, it was out of nowhere. I think it was really out of nowhere. Cole was just rapping about rapping. I think he may have said a line. Something went viral, had nothing to really do with Pump himself, but I think Pump took it, right? It probably said sound. I think when he said the SoundCloud rapper, might have been that verse when he was talking about Lil this, Lil that. I don't know. But end of the day, he went nuts and said F. J. Cole, and I think that's what it was about. But it's a troll. It's a little kid that don't have no respect. He don't care. So yeah, he gonna piss on the grave and do everything else he want to do. So it says the response. J. Cole released the track 1985 Intro to the Fall Off. God damn, this was 2018. On his album KOD. While not naming Pump specifically, Cole adopted a big brother persona, advising young rappers to save their money because they were just a trend. So This was a cautionary tale record, this, that, and the third, which everybody latched onto. Now, that in and of itself is not enough to make young boy snap, but all the comments on YouTube, on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and wherever else they were going, adding him and directing him and naming him by name turned it into a thing. So it wasn't just the song, it was social media clowning him for the song, and that's where it got really crazy. Initial reaction. Pump initially clowned Cole on Instagram, thanking him for the clout. He didn't know what to do, so he started thanking him for the clout. Then he called him a lame-ass jit for dissing a 17-year-old. Now I'm 17, right? This is what... So let me just say this. When you... Let's say you do a crime, and they put you in there with the men's, you ain't 17 no more. You're in a big boy game. So you're not... You can't hide behind I'm 17, da-da-da. No. You're playing with game. You want to say, fuck J. Cole, so he made a little record calling you out in an imaginary you and someone like you, sounding like you, so the shoe fit type you, right? Now I'm a 17-year-old and you're messing with me. Oh, that's how I go. Well, guess what? He did it and it happened. So number two, the second thing that happened in this timeline was the sit-down interview of May of 2018, the peace treaty. The two shocked the industry by meeting for an hour-long interview at the Shelter Cole studio. And I'm going to be honest, I was shocked because it was like, bro, we all understand that we need to hash out differences to a degree, but some shit is such a divide, it just need to be left alone. You can't reach him because you didn't reach him, right? He's right here, right now, 2 days ago, calling you every name in the book, said when he sees you and your mans, he going da-da-da-da-da, he going to hit the whole shit up, all this goofy shit. It didn't work. You didn't reach him. That's why older men don't try to sit down and take too much when they see that you're a bad seed. When you're a young person that can be mentored and we can reach you, this, that, and the third, fine. We're going to talk to you, try to guide you, shape you around, da-da-da. When you're this little motherfucker who has been nothing but a foul mouth, just a fucking minion for just the very first fucking time he got a fucking little bit of airtime, you was not going to reach him. You knew it and we knew it. But you sat down because it kind of helped you too. Like I said, you don't want them youngers mad at you either. Right? Now you don't want to be the old head that's da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, what you didn't realize is that all them people that was rocking with him then not going to be rocking with nothing like him in the future. They're going to outgrow him. They're going to grow up. He didn't grow up. That's why he went broke and everybody else moved on with their life. But Cole's like, oh, they might da-da-da. At the time, we didn't know where this shit was going with these young kids. We didn't know if they was going to grow up to be acting just like him or actually mature. They actually matured. So his brand and the things that he stood for didn't last long. But Cole didn't know that at the time, so he tried to play nice with him. The content of the interview. Cole questioned Pump on his upbringing and musical philosophy. He admitted he found Pump incredibly smart despite his public persona. You're trying to pander to him and show him like you're better inside. You're really a good person. Like there are things admirable about you. You're trying to pet him on it, like do a pep talk. He didn't get there from that. That's like trying to talk to Kashi 6ix9ine and like being good. Like, you know what, today we're just gonna have a good day, right? Right, we're gonna have a good day, right? Let's just let's dial it back. Let's just try to ease into the day and let's just have a good morning, okay? No, it don't work like that. This dude's gonna do what he do because this is how he gets paid. He gets paid to be a troll. And this guy does the same thing, and he's been trolling since then. So you're not gonna sit down and play nice with this guy. The resolution. During his 2018 Rolling Loud set, Cole even shut down the crowd chanting "fuck Lil Pump," signaling the beef was officially squashed. Now, that was then, this is now. It's already, that was 10 years ago, gang, with this 2018. I'm sorry, 9 years ago. So, we're here now. The relationship has soured again. Recent hostility and continued trolling. Lil Pump has resumed taking shots at Cole. Now, mind you, this ain't the first time, because he started dissing Cole a few months ago. So now he's dissing him again over whatever. Lil Pump has resumed taking shots at Cole on social media, recently calling him an embarrassment to rap because after J. Cole apologized to Kendrick. Now, Lil Pump not even in that sector of rap where battle rap and this. He's not a lyricist. That's not even his forte whatsoever. But he took it upon himself to jump in that anyway and attack and challenge J. Cole because he could. Because it was cool to. So he did it. It went nowhere. You waste your time on this guy, and now we're right back here. Personal attacks. In March of 2026, Pump escalated the feud by posting a photo of J. Cole's wife and comparing her to Mrs. Potato Head. This is all after he was told that he walked out of a club that they played his. Shit, we all should have walked out of the fucking club. What kind of club playing your shit any fucking way? Well, it's a club that's probably adjacent to, you said you were in Miami, so they probably into that kind of shit. It might have been like a throwback hour and shit. Yeah, we're gonna put his Lil Pump, some old ass shit. The fall-off prediction. Fans often revisit 1985 to debate if Cole correctly predicted Lil Pump's career decline, noting that Pump's commercial peak has largely passed as Cole predicted. I'm going to 100% because end of the day, a lot of people gave this guy a pass because Cole told them to. And now here we are. This guy's trolling again and everybody's scrambling to try to contain the shit. At some point, it's a separation of church and state. When you get these young trolls that's out of control, they don't care about the culture, don't give them no pass. Don't sit down with them and try to understand. So tell me about you. Like, tell me what happened, how we get here. Like, no, fuck that. Say what you said, stand on that shit. This is the thing. We all know where hip hop is. We know there's a threshold. We know where it goes. It don't go past a certain point. Anything after that is fucking trash. Just like on Lion King, where they say everything the light touches, that's yours. That's your kingdom. Beyond that, don't go there. It's fucking hyenas out there. So guess what? This motherfucking little piece of shit is a hyena. You shouldn't have went out there with him. Right? Simba, ain't you Simba? You went too far, Simba. You went with the hyenas and you're getting bit. Now, Cole don't got to respond, this, that, and the third. God, hopefully he don't, because then he's going to have to flip-flop and say whatever in the future. This guy, I'm blaming you for this because we could have been done with him when you wrote the rap. Everybody had washed their hands of him. You resurfaced him by sitting down with him. You resurfaced him. His career was over then. It was over then. We wouldn't even have this. But you resurfaced him by sitting down and trying to breathe life into him and trying to make a personality out of him. So, Cole, you're going to reap what you sow. Next time, man, stay out of it. Stay out of it. I know you're trying to be this elder statesman, but it's getting you nowhere. It's not getting you anywhere. I'm just going to be honest. And for me to sit here and address Lil Pump in any kind of way, it's beneath me. Because at the end of the day, this guy has absolutely no nutritional value, gang. I'm going to be honest. They say that iceberg lettuce, believe it or not, how we like to eat fruits and vegetables, they say that iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value, believe it or not. I don't know if that's true, but when you look it up, it says it's really not a lot of nutrients in it. And I think that this guy, Lil Pump, has no nutritional value to this hip-hop thing, absolutely none. That's why he's trolling. That's why he went broke. And that's why he needed Sneeko to bail him out, because he doesn't have any talent whatsoever. He never had it, never will. He caught fame because as a kid, you can catch fame doing silly shit, right? What's the little kid that opens packages, Ryan's, and his parents made millions of dollars watching him open shit. And then when he grew up and the motherfucking other little kids got so bored of his ass, they like, Ryan's World, they like, I don't know, turn that. I'd rather watch Mr. Rachel or something else. Kids, I can't get my grandkids to watch this shit. They don't want to see it. So at the end of the day, when you realize you have no talent, and Ryan, let's just be honest, Ryan of Ryan's World don't want to do this shit no more either. So they built a whole conglomerate over him, and he like, I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to play in the ball pit no more. So at the end of the day, this kid caught onto a phase that was for young people and young kids. Them young kids matured. He didn't. So this is why he's on here calling you names, talking about your wife, just bad, disrespectful. And we should have left his ass back in 2018. But here we are. It is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. He's going to keep doing it because now he's getting pub all over again. End of the day, I'm done with it. I don't have nothing else to say. J. Cole, don't apologize to this nigga no more. Don't sit down with him. Don't give him no more life. Don't even address it. Move on. It is what it is, man. I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S., okay? And every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in around 9:15, 9:30 on all my social media platforms. Down in my description, I got a link for Temu. Make sure you hit that. You know you already use Temu. Use my link. Also, the rap videos featuring myself, that's on my channel. Type in Charles Brown, me, TJ, and Fliz. We barking on there, man. That's off the What Project. Lock in, man. Let me know what you think. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.